Bill's back.
Yep.
Bill is back in
Yep.
my car. It's been a couple months. No, a little summertime, right?
Yeah,
A
I
few
was up here in the
months.
summer. I've been back about 2 weeks, and like I was telling you earlier, I'm gonna retire from the road. I done been in all the states and
You're hanging it up 7 years, and you're hanging it up.
Yeah, I'm getting too old,
Oh,
and it's like God was giving me a wake-up call since the first of the year. So much stuff has happened, and I won't go into all the stories, but most people wouldn't believe 50% of it. I don't believe 50% of it, and it happened to me. And speaking of the videos, back in spring of the year, I was in Oklahoma, and a guy picked me up hitchhiking, and I was asking him about odd jobs and work, and I gave him my number, and he called my phone, and I had his number, and he had mine, and he said he'd call me. And when I was in the truck, he kept looking at me and saying I looked familiar, and I just shook it off. I told him, I said, I got one of them faces, I just look familiar. He gets home and gets on his computer and happened to hit your webpage, or he'd seen it before. He calls me and said, "You're on the internet." I'm sitting here looking at you right now. And that was all the way in Oklahoma.
that is funny.
Yes.
I hear from people. I get messages from people on Facebook or email or whatever all the time that want to know, where's Bill? How's he doing? Is he alive? Is he healthy?
That's amazing how that the people that recognize you. And of course, I was going in Sheik's yesterday, and a lady stopped me and said, "Is your name Bill?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "You know Jason Wright?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I've seen your videos." And I said, "Oh, thank you very much." And
7 years is a long time to be homeless. I mean, to be without a home base, it's a long time.
yeah, it is. Well, I got a 10. I ain't really homeless. And the whole world's my home.
7 years of wandering is
7
a
years.
long time.
And I've covered every state in the United States at least once, except for Alaska and Hawaii. And I would have went to Hawaii, but they ain't got a bridge. And I didn't. I started to go to Alaska, and I got up in Canada once, and I seen a grizzly bear. And he put the fear of God in me, and I didn't have nothing for protection. I had a little pocket knife. Those bears eat people for a living. And I was north of Montana, so I headed back south. Yeah, I'm settling down. If anybody out there's got an old clunker car or can help get one, I appreciate it. And I will be taking jobs to play Santa Claus this year.
If you're looking to hire a Santa,
Hire me.
here's your guy
Yep.
right here.
Parties, anything. And I used to have a Santa suit years ago. I don't have it now, but I'm going to try to get me a little Santa suit, some kind of...
So if you want to help Bill through this transition from 7 years of being a wanderer, hitchhiker,
drifter.
homeless. Wait, no, sorry, you have a tent, not homeless, because you meant the tent.
Well, the whole world's my home.
Then I'll put a link in the description for where you can go, and you can pitch in. If you got a couple bucks, maybe everybody's got a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Bill a little bit of help to get him situated for this next stage of your life, whatever that's going to look like.
Yeah.
Some odd jobs, leaves, painting, you said, right?
Yeah. I'm a real good hand at painting. I've done tree work for years. I can trim anything. I know anything about cutting trees or trimming them or transplanting them or shred, just anything to make an honest dollar.
Not afraid to work.
Not afraid to work. And I got gloves and work boots. And
Do you have a message for some of the people you've met around the country that might be watching this?
I'd just like to thank everybody that gave me a ride and a helping hand, and all the people I've met all over the country. And there's a lot of people I met that I don't have their number, but if you see this, thank you. I'm back in Virginia and I'm still healthy. But it's time to settle back down and live out the next stage of my life, whatever it's going to be.
I bet it'll be good. Whatever it is, you'll make an adventure from it. Whether you're riding across from one side of the country to the other and sleeping in a tent, or in an apartment here in good old Virginia, my guess is that you're the kind of person that will find a way to turn every day into an adventure. Maybe that's why we get along, because I love a good adventure.
Oh, I love adventure, and